Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Eagles versus Jaguars NFL Week 4 matchup on Sunday, October 2nd, 2022. Here on YouTube, I do tons of free pick videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. We do free picks every day, sportschatplace.com, pickdawgz.com, right here on YouTube, as well as across social media and our live shows. And when you give out that many free picks, you're bound to like some games more than others. And to find out which games those are, as well as to get best bets from some of the top handicappers in the world today, head on over to our website, pickdawgz.com. Click on the Premium Picks tab, and while you're there, be sure to use the discount code 15OFF. That's 15OFF. You'll get 15% off all of your purchases at sportschatplace.com and pickdawgz.com. But let's get to this one. We've got the Eagles taking on the Jaguars, and then there was one. We are in week 4 of the NFL season. There is one undefeated team left. That's how tough it is to win games in the NFL on a consistent basis. The Eagles are that team, and here they are trying to remain undefeated, hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have won their last 2 games after dropping their opener against the Washington Commanders, a game that many of us, including me, thought that they could have won. Meanwhile, the Eagles played the Commanders last week, and they absolutely pounded them. So if you're one of those people, well, they beat them by 1 million and they beat them, well, then they could obviously beat them by 2 million. But we're not one of those people. We know that it's all about matchups, and especially in the NFL, a sport where you're seeing different players on a week-to-week basis, especially looking at these injury charts. I've been critical of Jalen Hurts, well, since he was a quarterback at Alabama before he even transferred to Oklahoma. But I have to say, through the first 3 games of this season, he has played extremely well. 3 games don't make a season, and what we see over the course of a season, and those of you that have never seen the NFL before or just don't realize this happens, it's called defensive coordinators make major adjustments when they get a chance to study these guys on film. They will try different strategies. They will try different things. We've seen already this season where they drop, on some of these quarterbacks, they're dropping 7 guys back into coverage, trying to get pressure with 4. That's the new defensive strategy. Of course, with Hurts, it's a different animal because he can run and he can also throw, and he has some great weapons this year. And this is the first year in the NFL that we've seen Hurts with this kind of arsenal of wide receivers, with Devonta Smith, with A.J. Brown. So these guys, very, very good group of wide receivers. And of course, that's why the Eagles are undefeated at this point. They beat the Vikings soundly at home. They beat the Lions, and then they beat Washington. So really not some of the better teams. I think actually Jacksonville has had the tougher schedule in this one. I expect, Doug Peterson's return as the head coach of the Jaguars. Of course, he was the Super Bowl winning coach for the Eagles. I expect him to come back with maybe a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. This guy is a little off center to begin with, and I expect the Jags to come in this one very, very hyped up. And I think this game's going to be super close. I think the game itself is a coin flip. So getting the points with the Jaguars, that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to take the Jags with the points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. Our betting tools are 100% free, and the way they work, they show you just how often all the bets on the board today actually hit. Then they show you today's odds, and from there, you can assess the risk reward, putting yourself on the bets that come in the most and pay the most. That's how you make money betting on sports.